Well, I am truly excited to turn my attention to the matter of incarnation. This is the I in the acronym THEOSIS, and this is no doubt the greatest of all mysteries. To imagine that the one who knit you together in your mother's womb would himself inhabit Mary's temple, well, it boggles the mind. And yet, that's precisely what Christianity proffers. Miracles such as the Incarnation are not just possible, but they're necessary to make sense of the universe. And to think otherwise is tantamount to the implausible contention that life sprang from non-life, that the life that sprang from non-life produced metaphysical realities, including mind and morals, and that the universe in all of its incomprehensible magnitude is, well, but a function of time and happenstance. And that, as evolutionary behemoth Carl Sagan once put it, we're just living on this humdrum star lost in a galaxy tucked away in some forgotten corner of the universe in which there are far more galaxies than there are people. Or to put it in the vernacular of Bill Nye, the ever-popular science guy, I'm a speck on a speck, orbiting a speck, amongst other specks, amongst still other specks, in the middle of specklessness. I'm insignificant. I suck. For Sagan and his naturalistic offspring, our significance is merely a mirage. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe, well, they're challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet, it's just a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there's absolutely no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. But there is a hint. In fact, far more than a hint. Because far from impinging on our significance, the vastness of the universe intensifies our significance. Your significance, my significance. Our significance is found in the reality that Christ took on our humanity. He by whom all things were created the vastness of the universe for you and I, for us to explore throughout eternity. If the length of our days were a mere 70 or 80 years, we might rightly say that we're but specks in the middle of specklessness. But you and I are created for eternity, an eternity of continuous new horizons, constant growth, incomprehensible development. By nature, we're finite, and that's how it always will be. Thus, we're never going to come to an end of learning, an end of exploration, an end of exhilarating new horizons, new galaxies. And therefore, those who tout our specklessness, those who tout the great enveloping cosmic dark, sort of like children addicted to virtual reality, while all around there's a world full of realism and relationships left begging to be explored. Post-Enlightenment thinkers have become wretched flatlanders. They're stuck in the psycho-epistemological cocoons of their own fundamentalism. Imagine this. God became man, that men might become God. The echo of the Holy Father's pound at our psyches, seeking to rid us of obscurantism. Christ, he invaded time and space. He took on our humanity that we might experience the paracratic movement inherent to the divinization of Christ's flesh. It's a movement undeniably commenced by the divine nature of the Logos, who united our nature to himself in a single hypostasis. That is, without division, without confusion. And so, In reciprocal movement, the image returns to the archetype, who in turn imparts to it divine life. The whole, the entirety of the human being, interpenetrated by the whole of God and becoming all that God is, excluding, of course, identity of essence. The human being receives to itself the whole of God and as a prize for ascending to God, inherits God himself. The movement of all creation from the moment that God made the heavens and the earth to the moment he created man in his own image and likeness is a movement towards this goal. It is for the sake of deification that all existing things are constituted and abide, and all non-existing things are brought into being and come into being. Of course, eternity awaits the effulgence of our deification, but even now, we may take hold of the life that is truly life, and in doing that, experience what I wrote about in my book, Truth Matters, Life Matters More. In doing so, we can experience the life that matters more. Well, in the next video, I'm going to address the last S in THEOSIS, namely salvation, which means far more, as we will see, than merely being saved from sin, as significant as that is.